I felt understood and I felt heard. I felt like I could be open and honest as well throughout the process and what I was feeling and what was coming up with me in regards to any like frustrations that I was having. And she was very open to that feedback. So before meeting Z, I wasn't happy in my career. I wasn't really passionate about the clientele that I was working with anymore. I knew that something needed to change because I was burnt out and I wasn't really enjoying going to work every day. And that's when I knew I needed to talk to someone. I've worked with marketing coaches in the past, but I felt at this point I needed more of someone that could help me, not just with the business side of things, but also the mindset, because I was struggling as well with some imposter syndrome. I looked at a lot of different coaches. I looked for months. It's an investment. So one of the biggest factors was that she's been in my position before. So I wasn't finding a whole lot of coaches that have come from a similar background, so have been therapists before and made that transition to coaching and understand that experience as a therapist. In talking with her, I feel like she really recognized what I needed and where I was really struggling, and when it comes to like the mindset concerns and the mindset issues. So I just felt like she really empathized and understood where I was coming from and what I needed in a coach. And so that kind of really sold me on working with her and deciding to move forward in the process. One of the things that stood out to me the most is just her empathy and her ability to relate. I felt really comfortable with her. I felt understood and I felt heard. I felt like I could be open and honest as well throughout the process and what I was feeling and what was coming up with me in regards to any like frustrations that I was having. And she was very open to that feedback. And so I really appreciated that too. I just think throughout the process, she really helped me with setting some boundaries. And I'm not where I want to be yet, but I think it's a process. I definitely, like looking back, have made some big changes. Like I mentioned, I'm working with a completely different clientele now, or I'm no longer seeing children. I'm no longer working with children. I'm working different hours. I have a schedule that is more aligned now with where I want to be. I'm able to clock off most days by 5 o'clock. And I feel more passionate about the clientele that I'm working with. And that's all due to her helping me really shift my mindset and understand that I needed to set those boundaries and make those changes for myself in order to be happy. I think internally, I gained a lot of clarity to the direction I would like to go in. I think when I first started working with her, I was just very confused in what I wanted to do. I had no idea. Throughout my process in working with her, I was able to gain some clarity on the clientele that I do enjoy. Most of my clientele now, probably 80%, is my ideal client, which, before working with her, it was probably 20-30%. So that's made a huge shift. So I think part of it, my confidence, is recognizing that I can make those changes. I was afraid in the beginning to make those changes because what if it didn't work out? So overcoming that imposter syndrome and thinking that I'm not worth what I deserve. So now I recognize my worth as a therapist and as a coach. And so that's something that's really shifted as well. And then also recognizing some shifts and some changes that I needed to make in my life so that I can better show up for my clients. I was really stressed and on the verge of burnout, like I mentioned when I first started working with her. I feel like there's been a lot of positive changes in my lifestyle and my mindset that have kind of just helped set me up to take the next steps and move forward and achieve the goals that I have. I've gotten a lot better with setting boundaries for myself, creating the hours that I want rather than feeling like I have to put people where they want to be in order to have clients, creating a schedule that I enjoy and that fits better with my lifestyle and where I want to be, doing more meditation, spending more time in the morning, just kind of like having a slow build up to my day, which really helps me feel less stressed and going into the day and show up better for my clients. So that's something that I've really implemented and stuck with in regards to my lifestyle, to help me in my business. I would definitely recommend that they work with Z, or at least highly consider it. I think it can be a really helpful process, regardless of where they're coming from or what they're struggling with. I know she does a lot of business coaching, and that's a lot of what we talked about, but I also appreciated that she was really able to help me with the mindset part of things as well. So it's not just this one thing, right? She can kind of step in and help with different things, especially since she's been there before. And then she has some of that experience herself, I feel like. So it's something that I feel was beneficial for me and valuable for me. And so I don't know why someone else is struggling with the same things, it wouldn't be for them as well.